interesting. A lot of people, we've actually not seen this happen in a long time. Well, one would say that it's Kayode Fayemi who has actually been able to beat an incumbent before. And now he's doing it again.
Now he's even beating 3 of them, not just an incumbent. You know, it's the combination of Fayemi, Shegoni, and Adebayo. The 3 of them are former governors of this state, and they are in one place, and this guy will beat the 3 of them hands down. So it's a demonstration of the fact that people love Kayode Fayemi. There's no doubt in it. See, the elites may not really appreciate this person, but the local people, the Okada drivers, the market women, you know, the bricklayers, you know, the common people on the street, they love this guy. The moment they hear, he mingled with them.
What is unique about this man?
Because this guy mingled with them. He talks to them. He shared with them. Kayode Fayemi will leave that exalted position and go to the marketplace and talk to the market women.
I understand that
at
times that he goes into the market, finds a woman who is selling roasted corn,
and will sit down with the woman and talk to the woman and ask questions.
But does that actually boil down to the quality of the personality and the capacity of governance?
There's something that does to the psyche of a person. Imagine the governor of a state sitting down with a corn seller and asking questions from her. Oh, madam, how are you doing? Speaking her darling, how are you doing? How are you selling today? You know me. As I say, I know you. And they'll converse one-on-one, and maybe he'll buy one corn from the woman and dig his hand into his pocket and say, okay, oh, madam, take 10,000 naira. Maybe what the woman has been selling for the past 1 week is not even up to 10,000. And suddenly, even the governor of the state or the former governor coming around to do that with you, she will never forget. And tomorrow, she'll go to another place too. She'll go to the garage and talk to them. What do you want me to do for you? What can we do for you? Let us talk on one-on-one. From there, you can get so much from them. They love him. You go to the Okada riders and stay with them and talk to them on one-on-one. And all of them will go around him and they'll talk to him. Esther, do this for us. We like this. We like this. Even though he wasn't going to do all that, but the fact that they see him, they talk to him, they have an exchange with him, they are happy, they are satisfied, and that is part of.
Tell me, what is it about the personality of Kayode Fayemi that won this election, or the PDP or the party?
It's beyond. Yeah, PDP is okay, but let me say something to you: the person of Kayode Fayemi cannot be taken away from the victory of PDP. Is a synergy.
So invariably, if it wasn't Kayode Fayemi, PDP might not have won.
No. If it were to be another person, PDP will still win. Because, see, what I realized about this election is that people are yearning for change. They wanted a change. They wanted Fayemi to go.
Really?
They wanted Fayemi to go.
Considering some
of
the things Fayemi had done in
a lot of people cannot even tell you exactly why they want, because I've asked questions, why do you want this guy to go? But unfortunately, it's a lesson for we politicians. It's a lesson for everybody to learn from. That number one, don't allow a disconnect between you and the people you govern. That was a great disconnect between Fayemi and the people.
When you say disconnect, what do you mean?
A lot of them, they don't even know him.
Really?
Yes, that is the truth. Some of them don't even know him.
But do you think he has performed in the 3.5 years?
In terms of performance, you see, it's a very long one to say performance, because he did some roads in Ekiti. I'm another person, you know. But most of the dualization of this road that you talked about today started with Kayode Fayemi. He started it. Majority of the road you are looking at, the dualization, he started it many years back. So it's a building of what, you know, governance is a continuum. So, I mean, it built on what this guy has done. It's not as if he has not done anything, but there's some areas that I'm so reserved about, that he ought to have done something in the area of education, you know. If you look at the last
one. I mean, he actually, I mean, you can remember that he did something in terms of the upgrading of schools, in terms of...
in terms of upgrading of schools, he did
teachers.
Something. No, he did something in terms of that. But about the teachers, he made a policy that backfired by asking the teachers to come and write an examination.
You think that is not
good? Not good enough, my brother.
For the politics of it or for the quality of it?
Both.
Really?
Probably if that mean maybe retraining the teachers. See, there is a way you can, if I want to describe my tank that is half full, I can say my tank is half full, and I can say, okay, my tank is half empty. So it's the same thing. I'm still saying the same thing. You want the quality from those people. Somebody that has been a principal for 5-6 years, and you're now demoting such a person to come and be a head teacher somewhere. It can't work.
All right, Yemi, tell me,
yes,
with what we have on ground, how is the PDP taking this victory? The election's coming.
Yes.
There's an election in Osun.
Yeah.
There's going to be an election
we are taking Osun. I can tell you we're taking Osun.
So he's boosting the confidence of the party.
He's going to, you see, you're going to see the fallout in Osun and some other part of the western states, the western region. It's going to happen. It's a movement. It's a revolution. We've seen it happen in the time past. It has started. It has begun. And as soon as it begins, I can tell you it's going to continue. All right.
It's interesting for what we have seen so far. But do you think, personally, you've been in government, you've worked with Engineer Segun.
Yes.
Do you think that Kayode Fayemi, as a person, has a capacity to govern this state, to take it from the level in which it is at the moment?
I believe you will perform. See, performance is beyond academics, certificates, or putting. I believe in academics. I believe in education. I love education. But beyond that, you see, there's something about performance that's inbuilt, the ability to deliver, beyond. Yes, education is good, but see, what has happened now will show you that it's not all about certificates. It's about performance, what you can deliver, the dividend of democracy. And I believe so strongly because Kayode Fayemi performed when he was there initially. He's going to perform. He's going to repeat what he did the last time. He's going to repeat it now. I believe so strongly that he can do it. Let me tell you, even in the first time when he was removed, it's not because he did something horrible or did something bad, but because the elite doesn't want his face. They don't like his style, and they said, okay, we must remove this guy. So most of the things that you saw or they alleged against him were blown out of proportion.
You think Kayode Fayemi has changed? He said that Kayode in 8 years ago,
it's not the same. They are different. They are two different people.
You know him,
very
really,
much,
you can tell that.
I can tell you that the Kayode that was there in 2003 is not the same Kayode now. He was just about 42 years old when he became the governor of Ekiti State, and he has never worked anywhere.
He's about 51 years.
But he's about 51 years. It's a joke. Add that to his age, you know that, yes, of the truth, the guy has changed. You can even see demonstration of maturity. Let me give you an instance. The day that was crisis in outgoing Ekiti, when the APC was sweeping and there were a lot of pandemonium in town and all that, the old guy of Fayemi will go to that scene and there'll be more trouble. But this guy kept begging the Okada drivers that were affected. They bombed the Okadas. The APC bombed the Okadas. He begged them, said, "Oh, please."
Allegedly.
Oh, not allegedly. They were bombed. We saw it.
You're very sure about that.
I'm so sure. He bought brand new Okadas and gave it to them. And begged them, said, "Please go back to your houses. Don't fight. Go back. Just calm down." The old guy of Fayemi will go there and cause more trouble. And
right.
be more
because there's still a lot that we need to talk about. I still have some analysts in the house. We're still going to be looking into this election in depth. But tell me, on a final note, what do you think Kayode Fayemi should be looking at the first few months in getting into office?
Yeah, the first few months, what I can say, what I can advise him to do is that, yes, there's been a foundation. There's been a foundation laid by the outgoing governor. Look at it properly. Build on what he has done. The promises you have made to your people, don't renege. Ensure that you fulfill all those promises. They are very important. Ekiti people will hold you accountable for everything you have said that you're going to do for them. They will hold you accountable. They don't forget. The market one will never forget. If you go to campaign and you tell them, "Oh, I'm going to give you this," 10 years after, they will remind you, "When you came to my domain, this is what you said you're going to do. You never did it." And that's what part of what affected this government now. the outgoing government. They say, okay, you said you're going to do this for us. You said you're going to do this. We can't see it. There's a disconnect between your promises and what you have delivered. And that's why you saw what happened, even in Nation, in our local government. That's exactly what happened. So Ekiti people are very, very cerebral people. They are people that will remember everything you have told them and don't make mistake and say you want to do something and you want to deceive them. It can't work.
Again, what I've noticed about the people of Ekiti State in this particular election is the fact that sociologically and psychologically they're different from every other people in the Yoruba race.
Yes.
That's interesting.
We're quite different.
Thank you so much, Yemi Olayinka, for being a guest on Politics Today.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well, we'll take a short break, and when we return, there's some interesting facts and figures into this very election that you don't want to miss. It's Politics Today on Channels Television. We'll be right back.